of the major instruments for opening up an area to the rest of the world is the means of transportation that is available in such area. As such, governments of different nations of the world have always devised means of various kinds to make sure that movement of man as well as goods and services to and fro that territory are easily carried out. Hence, the provision of good network of roads and other means of transportation. The government of Ogun State, under the leadership of Senator Ibikunle Amosun, which came on board about 3 years ago, is no exception in this regard, having understood the importance of good road network as a means of boosting the economic potentials of the state. The administration of Ibikunle Amosun listed urban renewal and infrastructural development as one of its topmost priority. The visible result of this commitment on the part of the government has started manifesting all around the 20 local government areas of Ogun State. The government of Senator Ibikunle Amosun began its mission to rebuild Ogun State by opening up all the road network across the 3 senatorial districts of the state, namely Ogun West, Ogun East, as well as Ogun Central Senatorial District. Each of these roads ranges from a 10 to 14 kilometers of roads in some parts to a 110 kilometers of roads. In order to conform to the trend of the 21st century, all the construction of new roads in addition to those that are being reconstructed as well as being rehabilitated are with the full complements of various facilities such as drainages, walkways, center median, bus stop and bridges where appropriate. As it is in the case in any developmental project, many organizations as well as individuals needed to make sacrifices in order to record foreseeable achievements. Thus, as the mission to rebuild Ogun State kick-started, it was necessary that certain buildings had to give way so as to allow the contractors to set to work. Demolition of houses, shops, even worship centers followed in some areas where it was necessary to do so. However, in the words of the Governor Ibikunle Amosun, the support and cooperation of the Ogun State people can never be taken for granted, as everyone concerned has had to face the challenges. He commended the sacrifices of all the individuals affected in giving way for development of the state.
For me as a person, I feel bad really when I see that, oh, we have to go and demolish. That's primarily sin. But again, you ask yourself, good leaders must be ready to take difficult decisions. And I ask, will what we want to do, will it be good of all? I ask myself. If the answer is yes, I swore to an oath to do all that is good, the best for the good people of Ogun State. So if in my attempt to do that, yes, some people are inconvenienced, once I know within me, this is for the good of all of us, even for the good of those of us that are here today, for the good of our children, and for the good of those that will come, even when we are long gone.
As a leader with great antecedents, Governor Ibikunle Amosun demonstrated the traits of leading by example.
And in fairness to our people, because I have to thank them and place it on record, when we started with Totoro Shokori, which is where, for all intents and purposes, where I come from, where I was raised, I went there to demonstrate something. The first house that was demolished is my own. Where we have the Oceanic Bank, that was my own. And on this end, the first one from the other end is my ancestral home, opposite to the Odebumi's home. We call it Ile Sholoshu. Those are my ancestral home. So at the two ends, I demolish. It's my own. So I've demonstrated that, yes, I meant well. This thing is going to affect me as a person. I demolished 3 other ones. Even in Akinlubade, where when my mom was married, the house where they took her to, it's like, that's the room where we know that, oh, this is where my mom first stepped. I demolished, it's not there anymore. But it's for the good of all of us.
Meanwhile, the people whose houses were demolished to give the right of way were duly compensated. The government, in addition to the monetary compensation, is also constructing residential houses at different locations for those who were displaced after the demolition but still have space in the area.
We have challenges of compensation because of money. But what we did was that we know that we cannot take the support of our people for granted. And that's why we voted money for that compensation. Maybe in some places we have not fully paid, but there's no road in which we are that we are not paying compensation as we are going ahead. In fact, some we paid before even demolition. Some we've given them notice, the money is there, but we now realize that it is not that we just give money like that. We learn our lesson even in Totoro. So many, up to today, some people, they say the collected money is not the rifle, whatever, and they've gone. Some even just vanish with the money. And that's why we now change our system, that everybody must agree, you must do this, you must do that. So some, we have that delay.
The construction of the modern markets in Shakmo, Itoku, Omida, Isale-Igbeyi and other areas are also part of the measures the government is taking to make sure that all those who made sacrifices for the sake of infrastructural development by giving up their shops are subsequently given shops in these new modern shopping complexes when they are fully completed.
We took all of them, we wrote. Indeed, the law says that we should not. You can't give anybody that have shop money. The people that have house. But what did we do? Shops, ever small, some 100, some 200, some 50. Some, what they put on the road every day is not even up to 20,000. There's none of them. We gave them 50,000 naira. Some 100. Some, that is people that are not in the face of the law, you should not have compensated because the owner of the house must have collected compensation. But the beauty of it is that all of them, all, without exception, will get their shops back. All. So this is so simple. All the shops that we demolish, all of them are maybe just on a ground floor. The one that is just a story building, then we are doing shops now. Even what we have on the ground floor will have accommodated all of them in those areas. So what do? We'll give them those shop bags. It is not going to be free, but we will allow them to use it free for at least 6 months or maybe maximum 1 year. We will now tell them this is how you pay. And their own cost will not be the exact cost because government is going to subsidize.
After completing the Ibara, Ita-Eko, Oke-Shokori, Totoro to Ita-Yalode onto Akinlubade Road that was used by this government to set the standard of how all roads should be in the state, the government of Senator Ibikunle Amosun embarked on construction of other 3 major road networks within Abeokuta, the state capital. By geography, Abeokuta falls under the Ogun Central Senatorial District. The road ranges from 9 to 11 and 12 kilometers. But with the people's calling on the government to extend the scope of work in some axes, those extensions are now being gradually included from the drawing board. The road from Ojere to Adaton is a good example. The construction of this road started from Iyano-Oloke axis to Moore Junction, but the government itself is aware of the Moshood Abiola Polytechnic side of the road, which is supposedly the beginning of this road. At the other end, the people have been calling on the government to extend the construction up to Ashero axis. In between the stretches of this road comes the Onikolobo Road to Omida Road, Isale-Egbeyi to Shapon, Ijaye to Iyano Mortuary Junction, Olorunsogo through Okelantoro, Abiola Way to Moore Junction, extending now to Ashiro Access. The Commissioner for Works, Architect Olamilekan Adegbite, in his presentation during the 2014 ministerial briefings, spoke on the importance of all the road complements, which no doubt will make these roads to withstand any condition or season.
I'm pleased to inform you that the state government has awarded a total of 306.55 kilometers of road in accordance with the Ogun standard. That is a minimum of 6 lanes with roads, and in some areas 10 lanes, with flyover bridges and intersection points, plus all the road furniture, drainages, pavement marking, green areas, directional signs, etc.
Among the road complements which the government has put in place alongside the construction of these roads are the drainages, walkways, center median, bumps or barriers to control the speed of vehicles, as well as traffic control lights at strategic locations on the road. The bridges and flyovers are also part of the important projects the Amosun administration decided to spend huge resources on in order to make sure that these roads stand the test of time. The Ibara flyover bridge, which was the first to be constructed by this ongoing administration, also passes through the Ojere-Adaton Cosmopolitan Road. No doubt, completion of this flyover bridge was the first pointer in clearly demonstrating the good work of the Amosun-led administration in the area of infrastructural development in the state. Between the Ibara and Shapon flyover bridges, there is ongoing construction work on 2 major bridges at Isale-Egbeyi, which are near completion. These bridges are also in line with the Ogun standard, as measures have been taken to make them spacious enough to accommodate movement of many cars at the same time. Another road is the one from OGTV Ajebo Road to Agoba Road, which has now extended to Enugada. This is another road which has been completed in phases and is now near total completion. The Ajebo OGTV axis passes through the FMC Idiaba Road. This axis of the road has since been asphalted with work on its drainages and walkways completed. The road users plying this road have been doing so with ease. The Shapon and Ituku flyover bridges are near completion and will soon be commissioned. Obviously, these 2 bridges are now bringing the promises of the governor to reality, being a replica of what his government did with the Ibara flyover bridge, thus standing Ogun State out in infrastructural development. The 10-lane Agoba Road is also wearing a new look now, as work on this road has reached completion stage. The NNPC Road to Leme through Iyano Mortuary down to Abiola Way is another road which has been furnished with all the Ogun standard complements such as the walkways, drainages, street lights, center median, and a host of others. All these have added to the beauty of the road. Madujitimi to Mudashiru Lawal Stadium down to Ashiru is another road within Abeokuta which is near completion. The road users have been plying this road also as the movement of vehicles is now without any hitch. Other road projects within the Ogun Central Senatorial District include the reconstruction of Magboro Underpass Road. Drainages and walkways are well positioned and vehicles are moving freely without any hindrance. In addition to all these road constructions within the Ogun Central Senatorial District, the Ibikunle Amosun-led administration has also advanced remarkable efforts in reconstructing the Ijoko-Akute-Alagbole Road. This administration commenced work on this long abandoned road, which has created a lot of hardship on the residents as well as other road users who were plying the road on daily basis. From Songo-Ijoko Road, remarkable progress has been made in the construction of this road and has started giving relief to the people of the area. Meanwhile, work has reached a commendable stage on the construction of the 5 bridges that are sited on this road. They are the Ogba Ayo Junction Bridge at Ijoko, Araromi Flyover Bridge at Odulambe, the 2 bridges at Akute and another flyover bridge at Alagbole. It is therefore noteworthy that a government which came on board in 2011 has recorded so much within its first 3 years in office in its calculated attempt to fill the vacuum which already exists all around the state. This